What's happening, guys? This is James Blom with MMOHuts.com with a quick weekly recap for MMO news and announcements of the weekend in December 23rd, 2013. And our first bit of news this week has to do with the recent release of Elsword's 7th character, Ara Haan. It's almost 2 characters in one, and definitely brings some of the best hybrid mechanics to the game. She's technically classified as a melee fighter, but with her agility and long-range skills utilizing her polearm in combination with her low base defense and health stats puts her more in the mid-range character spectrum. She has the ability to transform into the Nine-Tailed Fox form after harnessing just the right amount of energy, sort of like Sonic and the Chaos Emeralds transforming into Supersonic. She's truly an awesome addition to Elsword, and we've got plenty of details to share with you guys at MMOHuts.com, including DizzyPW's awesome early review and dev preview video. The next bit of news, as you can probably tell by the video playing here, has to do with the newly announced Star Wars Attack Squadrons. This new title is developed by Area 52 and published by Disney Interactive. It features 3 different types of PvP game modes, each with 16 versus 16 player battles. From the screenshots and gameplay, it looks a lot like a Star Wars themed version of Star Conflict, or almost like they took the new Galactic Starfighter expansion from Star Wars The Old Republic and made it into a standalone title. They did that with DayZ anyway. Either way, I can say people have been looking for a new Star Wars dogfighting game, so this could be it. But as for now, you can sign up for the beta, which is expected to launch in the early part of 2014. Next up, Funcom offers up some nice insight on their latest MMO, Lego Minifigures Online, in a new reveal trailer going over the game's most prominent features, such as the ability to choose from hundreds to later on thousands of minifigures, each with their own unique abilities useful in many situations. The various minifigures you collect in the world act as classes, and if you play as a knight, then you'll have nice defense perks. If you're a monstrous Cyclops, then you'll be able to deal the damage. Another cool feature players will come across is the ability to assemble usable items like vehicles or turrets with Legos lying around on the battlefield. The beta for the game is just around the corner, but we can expect to see it launch by the second half of 2014. Now, speaking of gameplay features, Snail Games put out an epic video last week for Black Gold Online featuring the combat mechanics as well as PvP elements in the game. According to Snail Games, Black Gold Online aims at combining accepted concepts with a twist of intense action. You'll be dodging and stepping constantly to outmaneuver your opponents. Coming from the official post itself, breaking free from the comfort zone, we have blended practical skill activation and realistic movement. Most of the skills in Black Gold Online are collision or hitbox based, and some of the range skills are target based while the majority are traditional locked-in attacks. They say this is to minimize frustration. Either way, if the combat in this game is just as fun as it is watching it in this trailer, I think I'm going to be just fine with it. Well, today marks the day for the beginning of the closed beta period for Ara Kingdom, which is great news for everyone with a beta key. However, the beginning of closed beta means the end of the Founders beta, unfortunately. That doesn't mean that Founders don't have access, of course, it just means that they didn't really have that much of an exclusive time in the game compared to the slightly steep prices of the Founders packs. But with that aside, MMOHuts is the place to go for beta keys. Check the link in the description below for the giveaway, and keep your eye out for more when we run out. We should be getting more in on the regular. Operation Infected Ship is the latest content in the European version of Combat Arms. This update adds in a new and unique PvE map, which is the ship you see here playing in the video in the background, that features a multi-stage co-op adventure for players trying to make their way through, completing missions in a haunted and zombie-infested cruise ship. Some stages have you looking to restore the ship's power, other stages have you fend off wave after wave of disturbing passengers and crew members. Needless to say, this new map and game mode seems to be a bit more than your typical Invasion game mode. It's a pretty decent sized update. Next up, Webzen adds the Mystic to the roster and continent of the Ninth Seal as the second part of the 4th expansion. This new class wields a huge hammer and knows how to use it effectively. Similar to the new character in Elsword, the Mystic is also young, perfect for the Japanese anime fans, and is a melee class with the ability to play more like a range class with their wide range of skills. But besides the awesome new class, Webzen is also holding an event for select members of their community to design a weapon for the Mystic. Check the link in the description below for more details on how to get your weapon ideas in the scene. And speaking of cool events, World of Warplanes is so excited for the launch of Update 1.1 that adds quite a few new features to the game that they've partnered up with Alienware to give away a new desktop. The 1.1 update adds a new 4th training lesson to the lineup, among other things, and all you have to do to be eligible for the giveaway is simply play all of the training lessons. Learn how to play, potentially win an Alienware. Sounds pretty good to me. The event is going on through January 5th, so you've still got plenty of time to enter. A new game mode has landed in League of Legends last week. Now players can duel 1v1 or 2v2 on Howling Abyss in the new Snowdown update. It's really a simple but awesome new addition to the game, but it's not the only thing new. This update introduces new skins for Sivir, Singed, and Lulu, along with the return of legacy skins. It even features some nice winter and Christmas themed award skins and icons, so it's definitely going to be a showdown in Snowdown. Next up, the EverQuest Next Landmark team released a new video showing off the tropical biome features and how there's even more to the game than building just structures. You can actually do a little landscaping too. That's cool and all, but the bigger news is that it was announced on Twitter that the alpha for Landmark will start sometime in the last half of January, which is sooner than we thought by about a month. Thor's homeworld of Asgard is under siege in the latest update for Marvel Heroes, Update 2.1. In this update, Asgard becomes an enormous public combat zone, allowing huge groups of players to team up to keep it under control from the most powerful enemies in the game so far. These siege attacks lead up to players facing Loki in a multi-stage fight in Odin's throne room. Plus a new hero enters the fight. This time players will harness the power of Hellfire with Ghost Rider.
Tonight, the guilty shall suffer.
And finally, in our last bit of news, Jade Dynasty released a new trailer showcasing the launch of its latest expansion, Regenesis. This expansion adds 2 new classes, 2 new factions, a new playable race, upgradable alliance bases, tons of updates to the game's PvE and PvP systems, and a streamlined and remastered starting experience for players. It's been a while since this game has had a decent sized update, and this one is absolutely huge. Check out the trailer and the details from the link in the description below. Anyway guys, that's about it for this week's MMO news and announcements. If you're looking for more information about the news, check the description below and head over to MMOHuts.com/news. Feel free to discuss the news in the comments below or head over to MMOHuts.com/forums. Until next time guys, that's going to be it for me. I'm James Blonde. Happy holidays, gamers.